So something we also need to do is the term seems to be it seems like there's a padding, because if you look well, you notice that this starts it's kind of indented inside as compared to the bottom. So let's see if we can get a value for this. So I'm just going to click this till I can get this. Okay. 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 So if you notice, you'll see it has a gap of 10 pixels, top, bottom, right, and left, right? So let's give our terms a padding of 10 pixels, right? Another thing that I noticed that we probably missed is the input, right? So the input has kind of padding top, padding bottom, 14 pixel, padding left, padding right, right? So let's select this input. Let's copy this padding. Okay. So let's go to let's select our input. All right. So since we have the form here, let's just add this here. Sign up, write content, form, input, and then add this here. The input seems to also have border and then a border radius. So let's copy this also and paste it here. Okay. Now let's see. Okay, good. This looks better. Okay. This looks better. So lastly, we noticed that the metal lab seems to have more indentation. Okay, we can use our HTML for that. Okay, to add that indentation just before MATLAB. We can do that by using this no break space, right? So I'm just going to use a number of these, copy, paste. So this adds usually when your code is being read, the browser kind of ignores spacing, more than one spacing between text, right? So you can use this to force a space or into the text, right? So let's just add more of this. Okay. All right. So let's check. Okay. That's too much. Let me take out this. I think. All right. I think this is fine. Okay. All right. So finally, notice that you have some icons, right? In this input, you have the email icon, you have the password hidden icon. So let's okay, I already downloaded this, right? You can follow the same way we downloaded all other images to download this, right? So let's see how we can add that to our HTML. All right. So first of all, we go to the email address and notice that this icon is kind of position relative, because obviously you cannot just add this icon to the input element, but you can manipulate it and position it relative to the input. And for you to do that, it means that you would have to have a containing div, right, that would take the input, right, and then we would have another div that kind of surrounds the image, right? So the image for this, the image for the email is sms.png. So let me add that. So images, SMS, PNG, alt. Okay. Now, let's check for the size, the width of this. This is from 4 pixels, the width of the image. You can also use an icon. So you can also use an icon, you know, well, let's just use image, just to stress or to help people who have issues downloading um, the assets. Okay. So I'm going to add the width attribute, 24. Okay. All right. So I'm going to give this a class name of image div, right? Or let's say icon div. Okay. And then I'll give this a class name of input div. Okay. So let's also do this for the password and confirm password. Okay, so div, we're going to cut this, put this here. The inputs, let's just copy this div and just change the contents or change the source, right? So this will be images slash I slash, and then can change the alt to password, still the same width. Okay, so finally, let's do that also for confirm password, copy the input, of course the input and put it here, and then take this. All right, with time you go further to use JavaScript and make this dynamic so that when the person selects or clicks that icon, the password gets revealed. So you can toggle between password hidden and then password revealed. Okay. All right. So now we've added that. All right. So the next thing now is to style this. To position it and also make the inputs look okay. All right. So first of all, we're going to take the div. The class name. Okay. Impute div. All right. So let me add this class name. Class name. Impute div. Confirm password. All right. Okay. Okay. Let me also add that here. Impute div. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to copy this. Go to our style. And let's just put it here. Impute div. And then make the position relative. Okay, let me also make the input 100% for this input. Let me just put that here. Let me just put that here since we already have an input. So width 100%. Okay, so our input div is relative. So let's look at how it looks like. Okay, so we've succeeded in extending the width of the input. Now, the next thing is to make this icon relative, position relative to the input. And you can see that it's on that right now because that's the default. So what we do is we'll copy um, the icon div, right? We're going to make it absolute now. Okay, so we're going to style this and make the position absolute, right? So it's now based on position of this. Okay, now let's send it to the right. So let's do right 60 pixel. So let's see what that does. Okay, so you see that's moved to the right 60 pixel. Okay, so let's also align it to the center. Okay, we can do that by doing this top 50%, then use the transform, translate 50%. minus 50%. Okay, let's see how that looks. Okay, good. So we've succeeded in adding our icons into the input. Now let's see, there should be a box somewhere here. Okay, this is a bug, right? Remember when we had padding right for the input set to 0? This means that um, it's going to like go over the icon. So let's try and change that. Okay, so let's change the right to 40 pixel. Okay, so it's closer. All right, it's closer to the end of the input. And then let's go to our input and change the padding right. Let's change padding right. This, remember I said padding top, padding right, padding bottom, padding left. So clockwise motion. Let's change this to 60 pixels. Okay, so I think this looks better, so it doesn't overflow or go over the icon. Okay, so next thing we want to do, let's add an anchor to this. Usually this will be a form where you submit and takes you to another page. But let's just let's say this takes you to let's say this takes you to the login page. You know, let's just put that in here. Prior to when we create our login page. So let's add an anchor link here, and then we're going to have href. So I'm going to name it login.html. So let's take this, and then okay, let's take this, and then put it inside the anchor. Okay, so you see it has so anchors when there's like a link, a href link, kind of changes um some of the styling. Okay, so let's see how we can fix that. So we have a button here which has this color, right? That's that button. So let's select the anchor in the button, copy this, and then add an anchor, give it a color of white. So it changes the color to white. Then the next thing is we want to take out the underline. And we can do that by doing text decoration none. Okay, good. I think this is good. All right. So yes. So this is what we have right now. I think what's left is probably the text or the font family, which we'll do in one of the series. We'll talk about that in one of the series. So let's update our code now. Okay. Update our GitHub repository. So I'm just going to erase this up. I'm going to do git add everything new. Okay. Then git commit the flag and I'm going to write sign up. Sign up form or sign up page, okay, or adding sign up page, okay, and then git push minus u, because we're making it an upstream origin where what branch in origin sign up, and then we'll push it. Okay, good. Let's confirm that from our GitHub. Okay, so repositories like this. Okay, so I have I mean, it's already telling us if we want to merge with main, okay? So let's just compare and then make a PR. So I'm making a PR from sign up to main. So let's complete this. All right, so it just moves, it just merges that branch, sign up branch to main branch so that the main branch would have the contents of the sign up branch. Okay, so let's check. So this is our main branch, and then we have the sign up branch. So you notice that the main branch now has the images folder. Okay,